Hello and welcome to Enhancing the Human podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Jenna Gatsis, and today we are headed to Beverly Hills. We are going to a high-end profile gym. It doesn't even have a name. We're working with Brad Siskind. He's a Beverly Hills-based trainer with over 25 years of experience. His clients include high-profile actors and musicians, elite athletes from the NBA, MLB, as well as working with professionals, beginners, and beyond. Brad's passion for fitness started at an early age. He joined the high school wrestling team, leading to bodybuilding, martial arts, including boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and ultimately Krav Maga. In 2015, he began working alongside fitness innovator Gunnar at his gym in Beverly Hills, specializing in training entertainers and professional athletes, including the LA Lakers. Previously, Brad was a home trainer for 15 years, including becoming a mega former Pilates instructor and a weightlifting coach for the Special Olympics for 8 years. This episode is a little different than our other episodes. We are headed to Beverly Hills. I am actually going to be put through one of Brad's workout programs. We're going to go through an entire workout, and you're going to see me suffer a little bit, and you're going to hear a little bit more about what Brad's doing and what he's gone through. So I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Let's get to it.
Oh
Hello.
my God, hey!
How are you?
How are you, buddy?
Good to see you.
Samesies.
I'm scared.
Don't worry, I'm just gonna hurt you this much.
I'm not in shape.
That's your fault,
I
not
know
mine.
it is.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm learning how to take more time for myself and be better to my body and give myself the love that I give to everyone else. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for any challenge. I love training my weaknesses, so let's go.
She says that now. Just wait, because it's coming.
What are we in for here? The Dr. Jenna workout? I love it.
A whole lot of pain. So, you're gonna hold it like this, feet together, bring it down to your chest, and you're just gonna step out, squat, and come back to middle, same foot.
Bringing the weight with?
No cossack, both legs bent. Boom, back to middle.
Got it.
There you go. You want booty? You get booty.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Booty focus. Tell me how you started all this. I know you had the gym in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, so
what happened before that?
I was a home trainer for 15 years.
Okay.
Because
How many of these damn things before you get into your story?
we have 8. Jesus. Switch your legs.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
She's gonna die. You want my inhaler?
I have an extra one? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Yep,
your inhaler.
there you go. I was home training for 15 years. Because of my Crohn's disease, I really couldn't work in a gym because I was really sick back then. I wasn't on Humira. I was just in a bad state. So I would just drive.
How did you find out you had Crohn's?
Back 25 years ago, I for sure had IBS, but back then, it's because everyone back then was drinking Metrix. It's a pancake mix with some protein added into it. Not the best for your tummy. And then add in some cycles of other things, peptides and such. Good stuff. Thanks, buddy.
Oh my God, I'm stopping.
Epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
While
so
I breathe.
it just started really becoming like a thing. And back then, it was desiccated liver tablets and all sorts of stuff that no one was taking. Who knows what the hell was in it?
So it was just the IBS? I like for people to know like the symptoms. Your stomach hurt all the time?
Mass diarrhea. Mass. And
Love
you just
getting
kind of
into
go, this is not normal.
Right.
It's kind of weird. So we went and had all the testing done, and they put me on some other medicines like an Asacol and a Pentasa. It made it worse. So I stopped everything. And then I just lived with it, unfortunately, so long. And so I could only see 4 or 5 people a day, partly because of traffic, depending on where they were located and the route that I would have to take. But then on top of it, like my mom lives halfway, Beverly Glen and Mulholland. So that was my rest stop, so to speak, in between people.
I'm over there.
It was just awful. My life was
chaos.
not fun, dude. It was really bad.
Especially traffic and having...
Good Lord.
My gosh.
I'm gonna be late. Oh, there's only 3 minutes and I have to be 4 miles away. Awful, dude. Just awful. So it became like a thing. So I noticed the traffic was getting worse and worse. And then I had less time in between each client to see. So it became from a half hour to 40 minutes to 50 minutes. No, it's an hour now. Fuck me.
With traffic.
Yeah. So in 2013, I was basically just kind of done with all of it. I had taught every incarnation of every boot camp you can think of. Dog boot camp, yoga boot camp. I made boot camp backpacks and took ladies who went to Stephen Weiss Temple for their children for preschool, and we'd walk Cassiano. Hooking bands on trees, dumbbells, doing step-ups on sidewalk. Like old ladies in their pools doing rehab work. Why are you wearing a bikini? You're 80. Ah, my retina. So I tell you everything. And then I started teaching Megaformer. Did that for 6 years.
Wow.
So you start to go, I've done everything and I'm still not kind of where I want to be.
What got you into Megaformer?
A friend of mine's wife wanted to open a studio, and he's like, bro, we went to college together, you owe me. And I go, I borrowed your car 4 times, bro. Like, I don't owe you that much.
How much do I owe you?
So they wanted to open up one out by Pico and Overlandish area down there. So I went to go to the main place where Sebastian was, who created the bed, Sebastian Legree Fitness.
Yeah, okay.
So I met him and we talked for a bit, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna pay you for certification, $5,000, because it's your certification, which is genius.
Right.
But no, I've been doing this too long. Give me an hour, I'll come up with a whole bunch of moves you've never seen, just give me an hour. Gave me the hour, he liked what he saw, put me in for 4 classes at his place, which was over on Melrose and La Cienega.
Nice. Doing your own version of...
So I took Sundays, I did 4 classes in a row.
Amazing.
Started selling out, and then I branched out to the Encino location, which was a different owner, and then she ended up buying a Studio City location and then a Malibu location. So I started teaching at all these places. Again, on the road.
Yes.
Like, fuck, dude,
chaos
no.
all the time. And
So-
no structure, really.
Oh
you know?
no,
You never...
these people used to take classes, and then dad called and goes, hey, what do you want to do? I have extra money. I want to open a studio, dad. But you're a personal assistant. What do you know about running a business? Nothing. Okay, great, here's a check. Love you, don't bother me anymore. And that's kind of how it goes with most of the studio owners. They used to take classes, they think they can teach, and then lo and behold, a rich husband or a rich dad, and I got my own place. So Sebastian started carving up LA by zip codes. Then it became cities because zip codes were too big. So it was like, and all this stuff. So it was like, great business plan. This guy is fucking killing it.
Right.
But my heart's not into Pilates. I'm a fucking workout guy. So in 2013, I go down with my knee injury from my MMA stuff. I'd been fighting for 10 years, not competitively, just I want to learn. So I did,
like
started with jiu-jitsu.
I love jiu-jitsu.
Did kickboxing, did Muay Thai, then I did Krav Maga.
Nice.
And that was my favorite, because that was all weapons,
So good.
how to disarm people.
It's the best.
It's the best, dude.
I love that stuff.
Unfortunately, I tore everything. LCL, PCL, MCL, sprained the ACL,
Triad.
hamstring tears in half and rolls up, and a transverse fracture in my shin.
My gosh.
Took 10 years of fighting, gone in 20 seconds.
Holy crap.
Yeah, really
What
terrible.
happened? A knee lock?
No, we were doing, of all things, takedown drills. So I'd never worked with this kid before.
It's a white belt?
Super easy.
Fucking white belts.
Collar and elbow tie up, you kick the feet, you fall back, I help you up, you do the same to me.
Yes.
This asshole fell forward and my leg was like that. And the entire class stopped after the 4 pops, and then I'm on the floor screaming, and I knew right then and there I would never fight again. And I got really mad. It just...
It's horrible. Something so stupid.
So, cadaver ligament, fixed it, whole thing. I'm driving to Slash's house with my wife's friend Chelsea was driving me. I'm in the back seat with my crutches. I'm teaching Slash on my crutches at his house in Mulholland Estates. So,
wait, what's Slash? I thought you meant you were going to like...
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I thought, I thought you were going to Slash's house. I was like, you're going to burn that place down too?
No, Jenna. Not anymore.
Don't chicks up violence.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, dude. Just awful. I'm
So
teaching
how long was the
Pilates on
recovery for
crutches.
that?
They pegged it out for like 6 months, and I got it done in 4, just because
But you're still having issues now.
the hip.
Yes, same
Different
leg
than
though.
the knee, same leg. Yeah,
Different
for
than
sure.
the leg or
Compromise. I had
different
no
than the knee?
business running. I had none.
No, you do. You just have to
No,
coordinate
dude.
something.
I'm 6'4", 230. I'm not running. It's not my thing.
You can if you want to. You want to do it correctly though.
Trying to say no. She won't let me say no.
I don't like for people to give up what they love doing. I just make it to where
I don't love it. It's suffering because I saw Goggins run. I'm
no
like,
one loves
I
it.
could do it too. Stay hard. I'm like, all right, bro.
I ran a marathon without training. I wanted to die.
Yeah, nah.
But I like that kind of shit. I like testing my boundaries, seeing what happens.
Yeah, well, ancient Brad tested his hip, and now it's a whole thing. Anyway, so that's when I wrote Gunnar the email, and I said, hey man, I'm Slash's trainer now. I know you trained him back in the day. I'd love to meet you because he was the Triple Crown threat. Book deal, product deal, celeb clients. Done. He was one of the first. He wasn't the first, but he was definitely top 5.
Yeah.
So I went to the gym. I wrote him an email, he wrote me back, and then basically he's like, all right, cool. A day later, he wrote me back, and he's like, come in. I go, okay. And so I stayed for 2 hours. I didn't lift one weight with him. There was another trainer there that was already working with him, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna run circles around that guy. No problem, watch me work. So I just started showing up every day at 5 a.m. Didn't pay me, didn't give me anything. I just wanted to learn from Gunnar and just kind of see if I could do it my way, but in his place. We trained the same, whole body training is what we did. And I was ready because I had started taking Humira for the Crohn, so I was like, I think I can actually get there and just do it, right? Yeah. So I invented the 10-minute cardio warm-up because I went from client to client, had to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
So do your cardio, I'll be right back.
It's so hard when they're person to person.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we just talk about this? I was like, oh my God, I don't even know anymore. Yeah. It all mushes together.
All of it.
Notes are important.
So I ended up doing it for probably, I'd get there at 5, I'd stay till 6:30.
What was that gym called?
It was just Gunnar's gym. There's no name, no signs,
yeah, and it was
anything.
like, no signs. You didn't even know it was there.
I know.
It was on
Little Santa Monica.
Okay, yeah.
Right by the 10,000 building in Beverly High.
Yep. I remember that. And Gatorade had sponsored the whole thing.
18 years.
It's crazy.
Crazy,
insane.
Dude. Like it's a whole other story.
So he had that years before you had gone there?
Oh, for sure.
Got it.
18
Got
years.
it.
So I got there in 2015 of May. And so I showed up every day, 5 o'clock to 6:30. My first client was at 7 in Brentwood, so I had to leave. But I'd come back in the afternoon after my city clients. I'd poke my head and go, hey, what are you guys fucking doing? Remember me? And I did that for almost 6 months. Like, didn't miss a day, never was late. Like, I want to learn. I want to see if I can get there just from my body-wise. 6 months, I called my wife that day and I go, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not getting any traction. He's not giving me anything. I'm learning, there's no doubt about that. But I think that time has come and passed. So the end of the week, I'm going to finish up and that'll be that. That day gives me a guy, Darren Starr.
That's so funny.
Created 90210 Melrose Place and Sex and the City. Super gay, also Jewish. Imagine that combo. Love him, but, and this is where we get into that, we have to kind of cover what we're going to talk about stuff so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Darren was a real motherfucker, like not a nice guy. And I'd go to the house up on Chalone Road up in Bel Air, and I started training him and the boyfriend. And after about a week or two, Gunnar goes, how's it going? I go, that guy's a fucking dick, bro.
So
I fucking hate his guts. And he said to me, bring him in here. He can't tell us what to do in our house.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, are you testing me? And he goes, duh, you stupid fuck.
That's
I don't
hilarious.
know you. You sought me out. I didn't look for you.
That's so funny.
And I was like, okay, got it.
And you have to out here because people say they have a lot of talk behind them, but a lot of times people don't deliver out here. So
wait.
Kudos to him.
Let me follow up to this story. So I end up training Darren at the gym. It doesn't last that much longer, but I started training the boyfriend with Darren as well. I still have the boyfriend to this day, 10 years later.
Yeah.
So it worked out A-okay. But you get to a point where you go, what do we want to do here now that I'm in, quote unquote, right? And you go, I think I want to see like 6 people in a row. That's a good day for a trainer. And that time, Gunnar was 200. And I was like, I had to go home and practice in front of the mirror. I'm worth 200 an hour.
Yes.
I can do 200 an hour. Because I was only getting like 100 home training back in the day. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And so I'm regressing. Anyway, the knee injury happens. I get all my stuff together, but the plan was to just go and teach fight choreography, because I knew a couple guys in stunts, and that was going to be my life.
Seeing some patient or seeing some
clients at home, and go do fight stuff and maybe some stuntman stuff, and I'm good.
So after Gunnar had brought that gentleman back, it kind of washed out, but you still have him, but
and then he
still
started
wasn't
feeding
giving
me.
you. Okay, I was gonna say.
And that was it. I never worked another home client again. I got rid of all my home clients. I stayed at the gym for 8.5 years. We got rid of the other guy, and me and Gunnar, and it was like we were literally married. I was work wife, and we crushed. I did 2,000 workouts a year for 8 years.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
And then you did the fight choreography?
No, I never got to that.
Oh, got it.
Because of the knee.
Got it.
I went down, and that's it. I haven't fought since 2013.
That's crazy.
I work it in, and I work all of it in. But that's the thing that was so mind-blowing. Like, all of the boot camps, all of the training, all of the fight stuff, all of the Pilates stuff, I use it every day still.
And I love that you have that background. It's so diverse.
For sure, but no one has that.
No one.
And then you have to match temper for temper with Gunnar. Well, I know every song from 1985 until 2010. I just know it. I'm a rap guy, but old school, not the shit today. That's the mumble
me too.
rap.
I can't even listen to it anymore. What is it?
It's not
just making noises.
Good is what it is. It's awful.
I don't even understand.
So we had that in common. We had the sports thing in common. And we just got along because I don't get angry. You can tell me to do anything. Fuck my mom, my dad. You can have my sister. Take her, bro. I don't get mad like that. So it just rolls off. And so it made it very easy for us to transition to, hey, fuck you. No, fuck you back. Okay, great. What are we going to do now that we got the pleasantries exchanged? And we just fit. It worked so well. And I was just there. You have another set.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, we're doing well here. I like these rest breaks.
Keep one hand, drop this hand. All right, come a little. All right, right there. So we're gonna take this leg back, lunge. Just hold this. Right there, up, good. Yep.
Okay, so that had to be nice. You have that all figured out. And then
it's your turn to talk. I'm bored with me already.
What happened though because I can't even imagine you have this whole life going and everything's good and you have all the referral system. I love this, by the way. Nice.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Thanks.
But then all of a sudden, what did he say? Like, how did he come at you as far as like, hey, I'm moving? And you're like, what the hell?
Switch. So, he had been wanting to leave LA for a while. Okay. The guy's done everything. He doesn't need to be here anymore. And I understood that 100%.
Right.
But I can't move. I got my wife here. I got my parents here. My mom lives here. My sister lives here.
Yeah.
My life is here. So, also he was a different stage in life. He was 10 years older than me. So I get it. It's enough LA. He's been here for 30 years.
It's
I'm
a lot.
not sure how much you need.
It's a lot.
But I grew up here. So it's like my home.
Right.
Good. But I'm a valley kid, not a city guy. Watch the dog. So he got an offer on the house that you couldn't walk away from. It was ungodly.
Was he selling or someone just?
No.
Okay.
They had a broker come and look and maybe do an open house.
Got it.
And then they closed it fairly quickly because his wife didn't want to leave either. She's an LA gal. She loves it here. She's now got her thing, and now she's living our Gunnar lifestyle, which all of us wanted, which was celebs and parties and everything that we wanted to get into.
Right.
So
I remember at his house, they airlifted Bentleys.
Yeah, so every year,
backyard.
Tom O'Gara from O'Gara Coach, plug, if you need a high-end car.
Oh, yes, I do.
Tom would crane the cars over into the backyard for the newest Rolls Royce every year. Comes out with a new version.
Oh, Rolls Royce, sorry.
Yeah.
Not Bentley. You know.
Different, but same. Same buyers.
Yes.
So the parties became legendary, you know, and Gunnar was like, come to the house, dude, let's go. It's free, do your thing, it's great. So we did all of these things, and I had so much fun and working there, and I trained everybody. I mean, when Gunnar took the job at the Lakers, me and Sly in a gym, Sylvester Stallone, for 3.5 years, just me and him. And I'm like, it's Rocky. It's Rambo. It's Demolition Man. It took me 3 workouts just to calm down.
Right.
I'm looking at him and he's like, hey, Brett, what are we going to do today?
I can't even imagine.
And I'm just like, is it you? You're a real guy?
That's funny.
Fuck, bro, it's fucking Stallone.
He's still intense though too.
Yeah, well, you know, it doesn't leave him.
Yes.
But that's why he's so good at what he does.
Right.
What we always thought was like, when you get to that age, just take your foot off the gas a little bit. Doesn't know how.
No.
Because he is a
That's all he
fucking
knows.
worker, dude.
Yes.
And you see all of these guys that I train,
Yes.
as you do too. Mark has no need to work anymore.
No, but he loves it.
Tom doesn't need to work anymore.
He's like, go get my tequila, go work out at F45. Let's go
Okay.
to church. You know?
Hey, look, I'm at UFC with Mario Lopez, and we're drinking
Right.
tequila, and we're doing our thing. And you
I
go,
love it.
why?
It's so amazing.
Just relax. You did it. You made it. You're
Right.
good. Nope. Now I'm going to move to Vegas. Now I'm going to bring a studio to Vegas. Watch me work. And you go, dude, respect beyond.
right?
Right?
So much nicer on the outskirts of Vegas, not
Yeah. No, my
Vegas,
dad's lived there for 30 years. I used to live
Really?
there as well.
Nice,
Yeah.
beautiful.
No, it's cool.
Hiking's
It's
amazing.
fine. Just not in the summer.
No.
But
Oh, yeah,
otherwise,
no.
good.
Not in the summer with the sun.
Uh-huh.
Sundown.
We're here now.
My sundown's not too bad. Damn though. So he gets this.
So he got this crazy house offer, and he's like, before the offer came, we were going to do one more year. And I
Okay.
go, I'm in. Let's do it. And he goes, okay, great. And then the offer came in. He's like, bro, I'm out. See ya.
So one more year before he was already deciding to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
And
had
so
some sort of
I knew the end
notice.
was
Okay.
coming, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, one more year? Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm in,
it's
for
so
sure.
much. It's a long time.
And then the offer came in, and that was it. I had 3 months to find a gym,
Damn.
make a decision to open a gym. Do I really want to do this myself? Do I
Right.
want to just go back to home training? I saved up enough money for a while. I didn't have to work for a couple years,
Right.
but that's not what I do. It's just, nah. And so I had all the ingredients. Most importantly, clients.
Right.
Equipment I can get, a place I can get, but the relationships I had already built. That's
huge.
why I opened this place. Because otherwise I would have went back to home training. I see 4 people a day, you make $1,000 a day. I work 26 days a month, 4 days off. That's each Sunday take off. 26 grand, no overhead except gas. Shit.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
Easy.
On
But I
your
wanted-
mind, though, it's exhausting.
For sure,
The going
though.
person to person.
It is. But at the same time, you
No
only get a
overhead,
couple
though.
shots in life.
Yes.
Right? Well, this was one of them for me. The first was Gunnar's gym. The second is now my gym. I had never wanted to open a gym, ever. Well, not only because of the sickness with the Crohn's, but also the responsibility and the headaches and the. I now do every job.
Everything.
I restock the
We're
fridge. I
70
vacuum.
heads.
I am buying equipment. I am putting it together. I didn't even know I could do all this shit. So for that end, it's been pretty cool to see me grow as a human and be like, dude, I have all these skill sets. Sick.
Right?
You're about to do a skill set now.
Damn it.
Take these arms up and down in a quick-like fashion. Keep breathing. We got 30 seconds.
I like this.
There it is. Keep going. Breathe. Back to hard. Rock it out. 10 seconds. Keep breathing. We got 3, 2, good. All right. Nice, dude.
Oh, you have a slack line. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
We got all the toys.
I love it.
Promise. But that's because of the Gunnar effect.
I was going to say that other gym had everything.
We had everything.
Everything.
We had 2 of
There was
everything.
a toilet in there.
There was. We used that.
I was like, there's a toilet in
The
there.
Rock made the toilet famous when he put it in a post. He was doing incline chest flies with dumbbells. I had to go schlep down from Santa Ana. We had to get, because before the Iron Paradise gym was built out here,
Okay.
they were in Miami shooting ballers. They got the big tax credit to move the show from Miami to LA. $8 million. Why do I remember this? Why is this in my head? So before he built the Iron Paradise out here, he used our gym for a couple of weeks.
Oh, nice.
But we didn't have weights like that because we only trained athletes. We
Right.
don't need heavy powerlifting shit. So I had to go schlep 120, 25, 30, 35, 40, 150 pound dumbbells.
Holy
My
crap.
truck was like this. And I'm like, do we really need this? And sure as shit, there goes Rocky just popping them up, dude.
It's crazy.
So he's doing incline presses with them. with the toilet in the background, and the toilet becomes super famous.
That's
and everyone was like, why is there a fucking toilet in the gym?
I know.
Everyone's shit talking, literally. And we're like, well, back then, remember, about 5, 6, 7 years ago, people were like, squatting's bad for you.
Yes.
And you go, okay. It's not. Why is this happening? Who the fuck invented this dumb shit?
And
Stop
where
it.
do you get this from? And
Correct. Right.
use it or lose it's a real thing. So if you do not squat, then you can't squat. And you won't be able to squat.
But you squat twice a day, according to doctor's orders, taking a dump. So we put the toilet in to show everybody
Such a
as
good
a box
idea.
squat, you have to get down anyway.
Such a good idea.
No brainer.
Yeah.
And it became super fun, and everybody wanted to take a picture now with the toilet.
So funny. It wasn't a used toilet.
No.
I just wanted to
Not that he knew about.
Not that he knew. The Rock's like, hey guys, I left you guys something. Left you a little present.
Okay, on
love
to
the
the
dog.
next.
I love this too, the rock climbing grips.
Yes, those are
Amazing.
great one. But that's another thing I'm thinking about, right? Someone created these angle 90s, right? How much money are we gonna make with that? No offense, dude, great product. But they think they're gonna be billionaires. And you go, nah, dog, you made a really cool thing. But no, it just doesn't work like that.
That's why you just have to become an affiliate for other people's products.
Yeah. Sure, whatever you say.
I'm telling you, it's so easy. You got some great cook bands, I like it.
Yep. I took the FMS course.
Nice. You gotta come to the Perform Better.
You know how many times I
Summit.
used it? Never.
Never? I did the Y balance. I like the Y balance.
I even bought that stupid thing that they do the step.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, why is this in my truck? Who am I doing this with? Susie Homemaker?
Can I get a reassessment?
Literally, dude. Okay, so
What are we
keep
doing?
this slightly off your bod to keep the arm engaged. You're gonna do a one-armed row. So lean back, trust fall, pull.
Got it.
So if you wanna make any harder, just keep stepping forward.
Are those watermelon weights?
These are watermelon weights. You're welcome.
That's
They call me
amazing.
De Bradley.
I'm like, that's amazing. Is this thing sore next?
No.
Interesting.
This is a lot cheaper than Sorna. No offense, Bert. Love you, buddy.
Where's the best?
But
Oh my gosh.
no, there's no need. Okay, good. Other.
Oh my gosh.
She's really out of shape.
I am. People were like, you're strong. I'm like, only in some ways. I'm
Yeah.
sloppy right now. I look strong, but my stabilizer muscles, gone.
Yes.
Gone.
She's all fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It's all finger
And
strength.
elbows. What were you saying?
Who cares? I'm tired of listening to me.
No, I
Tell
love
me
it. You have so
something.
many interesting stories. I'm like, I was already waiting for the next thing, and then now I ruined it. I interrupted you with your watermelons.
Yeah. Typical story.
Typical
Girl sees
stories.
watermelon, leaves Brad for watermelon. Good.
And dog.
Yes.
So we talked about the rock, the toilet. The affiliates. You don't even have to do anything. You know you refer all this stuff anyways.
Yes.
So you can set up an Amazon affiliate and you send people a link that's your affiliate link and they buy it anyway, you get commission. Not that you're using that as a main source of income, but you do several of those things you're already, like Perform Better has an affiliate thing where I can take take whatever I want and they'll give me a code and that's my code. So if someone buys it online, because
Yeah.
people are like, hey, what should I get? Give them that link. As soon as they click on it, you get commission.
Step inside, you little salesperson.
What's this?
On the
this
inside.
Oh, nice.
Step in.
We're doing some
All right,
push-ups.
so we're gonna go white grip,
White grip.
step and press, and come back with the foot. Same foot, so start together, step and press.
Step and press.
That's it. Yep.
Kind of like an angle.
Stay with the same leg, go for 10. Same leg.
I switched though.
I saw. You sly devil, you.
I'm like, I switched though.
All right.
Yeah, bounce.
Squat, I'm spotting. I'm
Careful, my
spotting.
melons. I don't want to hit you in the face.
Hey.
You say
Okay, we
10.
got 3.
Nice.
All right, other.
I like this thing.
Push and breathe.
Yeah, I'm a breath holder. I like to box. I box
Yeah?
jiu-jitsu, but I box regularly just because I know all the coaches, so it's easy for me to get in.
Yeah. Really good cardio for sure.
Oh my gosh.
And it never hurts to help a little help self-defense to know.
It's the best.
2 more.
Jiu-jitsu though for self-defense for girls,
Yeah.
like grab my wrist.
Really, we're gonna play this game?
Grab my wrist. Try to like, nice.
Uh-huh.
But it's so, my wrist is so little though, isn't it? You can like really grab around it.
Yeah, they have this other thing, it's just called this.
Yeah, well,
Right.
not in LA.
No, not here.
You get in trouble.
Yes.
I'm good, I grew up hunting.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm
That's cool.
a marksman.
Sure, that's it.
I can shoot a gun. We used to put tannerite in pumpkins and blow it up.
Amazing. That is not a joke, dude. That shit is crazy explosive.
Some of my my patients, like some of my NASCAR guys, would shoot competitively, and I'd go with them for some of their competitions.
Yeah?
And then one of my guys was a sniper, and he shot competitively. And so I was like, if you teach me how to shoot, I'll work with you. So we would do trades, but he taught me
Awesome.
how to breathe
Yes.
during a shot.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
And I got my first buck after that
Amazing.
from 100 yards.
Super.
What we got
Okay, so middle fingers through.
Little fingers.
All right.
We like those fingers.
You dirty bastard. Okay, so lean back more and now pull. That's it right there. Yep, good breathing, good, good, good.
I speak next week for Perform Better. Do you ever go to
Mazel.
those?
No.
There's one you get continuing ed for your
don't
great
care.
cook. Great cook speaks.
I'm 170 years old. I don't
I
care
have
about CEUs
all the informations.
anymore.
What organization
You
or
got
board
3.
is going to bother me?
2. Stand up with it. Hell yeah. Good.
Nice.
All right. That's a nice,
Nice
dude.
little,
That's a nice.
You guys have all the toys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
OMG. She's a dog killer. I ordered them off
Krista!
the internet.
This is my engineer.
No shit.
Yeah, so this is the
Yeah,
Air
dude.
Force, how they train to fly the plane is on her technology.
No way.
She's the most badass person in the entire world. Greatest human being ever. I just saw her on Monday. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Amazing.
So they're in San Diego for or Huntington for a convention. But she made these.
Super cool.
She made walking sticks too with them. But
Yeah,
again, it's like
a
its
great
own-
product.
It's the
But
best.
that's the thing though, at the old gym, even in here now, one new grip gives you 10 new exercises. So it's not
Seriously.
like you need different equipment. You
No.
just need to change out the accessories. And if you're good enough, you can figure out how to
Anything.
really get there with what you need.
You're very adaptable
Yeah.
with everything you do.
All right, so we're gonna go with a step out,
Like a baseball
tricep,
bat.
and come
Should
back.
I go this way?
Sure.
So I did
keep 'em.
informational videos on these for roguefitness.com. How hilarious.
Plug.
See Rogue? No, I was like, so with this, because it's supposed to activate more muscles. It does. It's
Keep
just
them apart, hands each one. You're gonna step and pull through.
distracted.
There. Each time gets a step.
Oh yes, that.
Step, come back. Yeah. Control that shit. There it is. Good.
I'm so happy we're using these. Krista, she watches this shit. You're gonna be so happy. Seriously, she's the greatest engineer alive.
I'm available for more product development.
Yeah.
Just come on
She'll
by.
send you. If you care about people, she cares about people.
I love everyone. It's so weird.
No, but for real.
We got
she knows I
3.
wouldn't be interviewing you if you were douche-tastic.
Okay, other side.
My left side's my weak side.
I'll just wait. I'm here. I'm ready.
Just gotta get it.
Come out a half step, both feet. All right, so now we won't touch plate. Step and pull, and come back. That's it right there. Boom, breathe.
No breathing.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're using these. Mm-hmm. You ever have people do planks with these?
No.
Oh my God.
I ain't that much of an asshole.
Don't make me do it.
You got 3. Super cool.
Nice. Yeah, like trying to hold yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nah.
Just when
I'm
you think you're good, you realize you're not.
Okay, we're gonna grab this guy.
What the hell is this thing?
This is called the iron chest. This was invented by a pro bodybuilder who couldn't get his middle chest built. So he created this, and it is really cool. He actually made a gym machine where it has a weight stack selectorized. So it's on the floor like this, and it's hooked up to a weight stack right here. So we're just gonna use the banded part. So what we're gonna try and do first is 1 push-up, 1 close open.
So one arm.
Push-up, regular push-up, come up, close them together. Boom, back, 1 push, close. That's it. We need 2 more of these, 2 more. Yep. And we rest, that's good. Okay.
Intense. Good though, I like it.
Right? Second set will just be close and open.
Perfect.
Hi.
Now?
No, Jenna.
What is this thing?
That is an MFT bench. So it's a utility bench. You can take it up and down really, really high. It also angles itself.
Interesting. I like that. Because people with like ankle exercises?
Yeah, I use this a lot for front jumps. So you can just kick it out and then come here, push against it, and then hop up and down.
Interesting.
I can't because my hip, but yeah.
Can't right now because of your hip.
Okay, let's rock, dude.
In and out.
Just close and open.
In and out like
burgers. Yep. You got 3. Perfect.
Jeez.
All right.
Craziness.
Nice, dude.
Feels good.
It's good.
A pump. What else we got?
I'm gonna add 1 more thing for the booty. We're gonna do a deadlift off of the Q2 trainer. So we'll lighten it up a bit, shall we?
I'm pretty good with deadlifting.
Okay, smarty pants. Let's see your big shit talking ass.
I'm like, watch,
Regular,
I'm gonna die.
just up and down.
Straight leg.
Bend a smidge, throw your booty out when you come down. Throw the booty out first, the knees will go with. That's it. There you go. Good. She wasn't lying, y'all. She could do the dids.
Lean back like I am.
Come a little forward when you come. So think about this. Throw your ass out first on the down, and then straight up with it, right there. Now breathe. Hey. You got 2. Perfect.
I was leaning back. That was good though.
Yeah?
That's pretty cool.
I know. This piece came from England.
This too though.
Yeah.
The water additions.
It adds a little bit more.
Makes it all unstable
so
too.
all these holes, I can move these guards into any hole I want. So I can do dead up to press, bench press, like anything you can think of.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good product. I like it a lot.
I love it.
Yeah. That's 1 round, dude. We crushed.
That was good.
When's the second one coming? To be continued. We'll see you in part 2 of Brad's Gym with Jenna.
I'm like,
thanks.
Can you hear how hard I'm breathing?
Okay. Yep. So knees, elbows, hands. All right, so bring your knees back more and put the top of your shoelaces behind that board. Yep. And you're gonna drive your knees, that's it, right there. I need 20.
I wanna do what the dog's doing.
She's fine, no problem. Yep, good. Feel the burn.
Who signed me up for this?
50-50. Or you. Fuck it. Okay, rest. Now give me an underhand grip. Uh-huh. Yay! Somebody's gonna get in shape.
And go? You didn't give me direction. I figured I'd
just pop it up.
I didn't want
friend.
to.
Yep, that's it. Nice.
Didn't want to start without you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, she's gonna be so sore in 2 more days.
A little Dom's action?
Yes. 1 more. All right.
Oh my gosh. It's a deep burn. Holy shit.
Yes, Ron Burgundy, it sure is. Okay, so we're gonna do a little different because we're gonna do abs with boxing. Okay, so come around here, step up on here and sit. Mm-hmm. You funny, man, you funny.
I love it.
Okay, so you're gonna do a recline sit-up and come up and throw the left-right combo at the Jewish kid. Don't hurt me.
Let's go.
All right, so down,
all the way down?
up, left, right. That's it. Let's go. Yep. Good. Good breathing, keep breathing. Yes. We got 5, 4, 3. Mm-hmm. Take a second. Okay. Now we're gonna double it up.
What do you mean?
Left, right is what I mean. Thanks.
Now?
Did you have lunch? Is it gonna come up yet?
I'll eat good. I gotta like eat going into the gym, or not at all. I put my body through a lot.
All right, left, right. That's it. Good. Mm-hmm. Super cool. 2 more. Yup. Boom. Love. Yay.
I love punching. Kind of like lighting things on fire. It's a hard world trying to fall over. Just stand up.
Hey, Jenna, that
Apparently.
moves. Careful.
I was just making sure you were aware and ready. So just having a referral source that's nonstop, just like everyone working a 9 to 5, it's a little comfort zone that you have, and it's, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And you have this little banky, and you're like, I'm good with my little banky. But then you get into business owner world, and you're by yourself, and you're like, I don't know if I'll ever see a banky again.
Yeah.
So everything, just like, I guarantee you have problems with the building, problems
The
with...
building just got sold, so I've been living through construction as they're doing it upstairs, trying not to tell my clients to worry about the noise that's coming through the walls. And then I had to lose my shit, and I had to call and make a phone call and go upstairs and go, guys, I don't think you quite know what I do for work. Yes, it's a gym, but my gym is basically bespoke, okay? And the service that I run the gym like a Four Seasons hotel.
Literally.
Everybody gets parking, they get 3 towels and water. I built a shower specifically so you could do your workout, shower up, and go to work. That's the only thing I'm looking for, but it's such a service because I'm on the hour every single hour. So I had to have 5 parking spots. If I have another kid working here, his person can park, my person can park, and person coming in for the next one has room to park as well. There was no guard gate, there's no ticket, there's not, because people won't do that.
No.
Not out here, they won't.
No.
So I had to be very specific in the building I was looking for. Again, there's no signs anywhere in the front to tell you that I'm here. It's just like the old gym. I want it super private, super exclusive, catering only to the people who want to come.
Right.
So it became a real deal now with the construction because the guy is a doctor, he bought the building. So I've been here 2 years and now I have to go through all this construction, and now the parking has become an issue because all of the patients pay no attention to the 5 signs that say BST workout parking only. No one gives a shit.
No one.
So I am constantly going outside to check to make sure that no one's in my spaces, because now my clients have said to me, there's nowhere to park. And I go, no, I have 5 spaces. What do you mean there's nowhere?
And being out here, that's such a big deal for people, because imagine the people that you deal with, that we work with, they want to have a full service where it's smooth and peaceful, and they just get to
in
relax.
And get out.
Yes.
Yep.
And they don't have to think. And so when they come in and there's not a spot, they have to think, and it does a disservice to your service.
But yes, for sure. And it also takes away from, because there's only an hour. Right? So I got the next one coming in. So I only have a limited amount of time.
And they're probably exactly on time. Most of my people are exactly on time. If not 5 minutes late.
For the most part.
I'm like, if not 5 minutes late.
LA traffic.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But at the same time, for sure, dude, it's a very important component. The parking was the most important thing that I could find first before I even found the location for the gym.
Yep.
Because out here, it's just crazy.
Parking's unheard of.
You got to make it had to be a real effort. But at the same time, I didn't know what a conditional use permit was.
What is that?
A CUP. That lets you do construction while having a permit, but it's kind of like a driver's license. You can operate, but you're still under construction, and at the same time, the city knows what you're doing, but at the same over my head, I'm a trainer.
I know.
I'm not a construction person.
No, but you have to be.
I'm not a GC.
You have to be.
And now I'm all of these things, including the maid.
It's crazy.
So you go, wow, this is so much more hats to wear for the same amount of money, give or take. Why would you do this?
Yes.
And the answer, at the same time, which is so corny, but it's still passion.
Yes.
Because as you heard me talk earlier, I was getting high voice and getting into it, and it's like, it's still there.
Yes.
I still care. So that has to be the biggest thing, because all the people that I see, famous or not famous, they all deserve the same treatment. And with the workouts that we're trying to sculpt with these people, everyone has different needs, Avi, right? You came in, I want booty, right? Okay, great, let's do some booty. But I still need to move you in 3 planes of motion to make sure we're covering all bases. Just in case you need to know, the body likes to move forward, backward, side to side, and rotational. If I hit all 3 of those, we've done a home run every single time.
Yep.
Next question, everybody goes, how long is it gonna take to get in shape? 3 months, that's how long it's gonna take. If you stay dedicated and committed to what I tell you to do, you follow your nutrition program, you drink enough water, you get enough sleep, and you try to limit the stress, which I know is not easy to do, especially with people with children, or whatever your circumstance is, you have to find a way to get to a meditative place to just let it wash over and yet still function and kill it. It's a very delicate balance, but when they come in here, they don't have to think. I do that for them.
Right.
I move you in 8 exercises, 2 or 3 rounds through. That's 55 minutes. I stretch you on the table for 4. You're out of here within an hour. We've crushed it, and now I'll see you in 2 days. And that's how you got to do it. Now, I see some people 6 days a week. I see some people twice a week. It just depends on a couple of different things. Avi cost is one, but at the same time, can you give me the time to dedicate to changing you?
Right.
And we've all had the same clients that go, I wanted to start, but I'm going to start next week because I have the kid's birthday and I didn't want the food on the plate to go in the trash, so I just started eating little pieces of it, and I'll just have a sliver of cake. Oh, I'm just going to have 1 cocktail. Oh, I'm just going to... It's always a thing. And so if you are not a competitive athlete, you can fuck off like that. But don't come at me when you don't lose the weight because it's my fault.
Right.
No. I see you 3 hours a week. Not happening. I'm not taking the blame anymore. This is on you. You're an adult.
You have to.
And I saw this meme thing that is like everybody knows what the fuck they're doing. Super true.
It's so true.
And we come
They're
back.
lying to themselves. You become an enabler at some point.
For sure.
Literally, because it's that hard conversation. I always talk about that because it's hard to have those conversations. But if you own what you do and you know and stay true to what you believe in, then it's not a hard converation. That's why a lot of people like cower out and they just want to take the easy road and just break the relationship and just move on. But it's like having those hard conversations is where you grow, and also just how you own what you do.
Yeah.
Otherwise you let it consume you.
I know.
Especially these people.
Yeah, especially.
They'll own everything that you
They will take
look
your
at,
soul and
your
they will
soul,
stomp on it and move on to the
smush
next.
it, and they want to put it in their pocket.
Okay?
It's
And the
crazy.
other part, which you have to remember, especially on my side, I'm always the first to get cut, right? They'll keep hair and makeup. Trainer, bye. Oh, but let me walk with my Birkin and my G-Wagon. What?
Yep.
And so you have to like give as much as you can, but at the same time, do not sell out.
No.
And I have a problem with this. I get so emotionally involved with my clients, and I know everything from A to Z, And now you got me. I'm a reality show whore. I'm watching.
Right.
But as soon as you go, oh, Brad, we can't come anymore. Well, if you're not going to care, I'm certainly not going to care more about you than you. And that's where the big divide was when you finally had to figure out what kind of trainer are you going to be? Are you going to be in business and just make money? Well, that doesn't work like that. Not with this business.
No.
If you got into training for money, you're dumb. You have to come from the heart and show up every single day, because like you, every workout is my last workout with you. And if that leaves a bad taste in their mouth, they're going to talk. I can't have that. So I am dialed. I get here at 5, I start at 6, and I go until I'm done. I live kind of far now. I live out in the valley. It's an hour ride home.
Damn.
So by the end of the day, it's 7:30. I just plop on the couch face first. But I still have to deal with my house life and my wife and my dogs and my life. And so when you think about, oh, I only worked 43 clients this week. No. I worked 100 hours this week. I just didn't get paid for 60 of them.
And the energy you take from other people too, because each person is a different set of problems they're dealing with, or you know, and not that that's a bad thing. It just, for empathic people, empathetic,
I like
both,
that.
Both, because I'm an empath, I know you're an empath, so we take on other people's energy, and if you don't have boundaries along the way, you can get lost and you can be consumed by people's energy. So
100%.
I've had to learn that the hard way. So even with these people, sometimes they see it, they don't care. They want to walk all over you and watch you squirm. It's
and then they'll write you the check and think it's okay.
Yes.
And you're like, nah, dude.
Nah.
When you get to become a little bit of a name, or you have a little bit of money behind you, you don't have to eat shit anymore. You don't. You can't fire a client because they came to you, but at the same time, I don't want to work with you anymore.
I'll fire people.
I'm good.
I fire people.
I can find another person because my network now is that it is.
And they take away from who you are. Because when you constantly hear negative things about yourself, negative, you're a lot of money, it's all what you put your value into. You have a Rolex, but you're saying I'm a lot of money, so you obviously don't value health. I'm health insurance. I will make it to where you don't get hurt in the future. If you have some crash or accident, you break something, it's gonna be less if you start to train and actually coordinate your body. So it's all about what you value, and I think it's funny, you get that out of your life, you have so much more energy for other things. And then your soul comes back and you're like, wow, where have you been?
We missed you, it's been a minute.
Gosh, but when you're empathetic, you get caught in it, you wanna save and help people and then you realize they don't want help.
No.
That's where I was having a problem, where I'm like, oh, you don't even want help.
No.
Like, you're an uphill battle. I'm giving you all the answers, and then you just like stomp on them and act like you care, but you don't.
For sure.
So it's,
No, I've broken it down into 2 types of people now. Those that want to work out and those that don't. Or those that want to work out and everyone else. Because I can't want it more than you.
No.
If you're not going to show up, I'm not going to care more than you. So if you don't want to show up, great. I'm going to book another person in the space that wants to come and be.
Or have an hour to yourself and maybe have a free minute to think for a second.
Please, let me vacuum some more dog hair. Hi, Gracie.
I had a patient this morning, and then I had a little break, and I had to call because I'm getting a new car, and we had to go through stuff. I'm like, the guy's like, finally, I can get you on the phone. And then my dog starts like swaying, and I'm like, what's happening? Thinking the dog's dying, I'm feeding it electrolytes. And here we are. I'm like, I was a half hour late. Life.
I know.
Life. So when you have negativity in your life, that's not negativity that you care about. It's not worth it. So I like how you have it black and white.
You have to be though, because these people will eat you alive, especially out here in LA, because of, the old joke was, well, I'm a trainer. All right, cool. What's your last acting role? No, I'm a trainer.
Everyone's an actor.
There's nothing else here. It used to be waiting tables, but now it's changed because the trainer schedule is fluctuating.
Yes.
But when you go into, like, my wife goes to Equinox. I went with her one time, and I go on the floor, and I'm like, that trainer's drinking coffee on the floor. Nope. That guy's on the phone. Buddy. Sorry, not gonna. Oh, look, that guy's flirting with the.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing in every gym though. You see the same 30 people for years on end with the same body because they don't give a shit. They show up they just go on autopilot. I'm gonna do my cardio, I'm gonna do 10 sets of presses, I'm gonna leave. That's not training. and yes, you're extending your life, so to speak,
Yes.
but if you're living the same thing every single, nah, dude.
You're not progressing
There's a
anywhere.
reason why you look like dad bod.
Right.
But you've been coming for 10 years.
The thing is, if people want to do that, to each their own, but, because some people would just do that their whole lives, and I'd rather them do that than nothing, but they go there thinking the trainer is going to help change their perspective, and that doesn't happen. And that's where that makes me mad, because it's the professional that should give them guidance, but they don't. They kind of just reinforce and encourage them to do the same things.
Or they'll go on the gram and they'll go, oh, I'm going to start following this life coach. This person has everything. And you go, they drive a Honda Accord and live in a 1-bedroom.
And we don't need to balance
Buddy.
people on stability balls. It's not like the greatest next thing. It's just,
Okay.
it's all about training the 3 planes of motion and being able to adapt to someone's environment. Because sometimes you don't have all your equipment, and sometimes you have to modify things, or someone has an injury. So
When I was
not a lot of
home-
people know how to modify.
Yeah, when I was home training, no one had gyms.
No.
And the ones that did, I was so happy because that was a great day. But I brought all my equipment with me, and now I'm having to deal with everything in that person's house. Hey, can
Right.
we use that couch? Hey, can I borrow that chair? Hey, I'm gonna use the kitchen table. We're gonna do some press ups, and then we're gonna do some,
I'm the
and
same
they look
way.
at me and they go, how did you come up with that?
Yes.
I'm like, well, when you go to your job, you do your job.
That's all I see.
You know what my job
Everything's
is?
a gym.
Correct.
Everything's a gym.
100%.
I have a 95-year-old right now, a little Jewish lady. You would love her. She's in this little old
Oh,
folks
Bubby.
home. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's a little feisty.
Yep.
She's like, when I am gone, I come back and I'm like, how are you? She's like, you missed me, didn't you? I'm like, I did. Why do I miss you so much? We're like besties.
Yeah.
But I take her and I use everything in her old folks home. I go to
Correct.
her. She's like one of the only where I'm like, I will go to you. And I use her pipe in her hallway to have her climb up and do. She's like, you make anything a gym. I'm like, yes. And then she's doing it on her own. Where you're
Exactly.
giving people that autonomy to be able to control their health.
For sure.
She's so motivated. So she does stuff when I'm not there.
Right?
It makes me so happy.
But if you show them a better mousetrap,
Yes.
they can get there.
Yes.
I can't even tell you how many times it comes up where someone will come in and they'll go, you know, we were talking about you last night. I go, what the fuck did I do?
Yes.
I'm home out of no one's, I'm just home. I'm not out making crazy waves. I'm just doing my life. And they go, no. Calm down. It was in a good way because of what you did with our daughter or our son or our aunt and you're the best. And I go, thank you, very great compliment. But at the same time, it lets me know that what I'm doing and teaching is long lasting way out of the gym.
Yep.
And it can change habits.
Yes, 100%.
It's just, I need the buy-in. And every person that shows up, let's work, right?
And you bring the understanding too, because there's a lot of trainers that throw stuff at you, but you'll sit there and say, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're doing the different planes of motion. It gives people something to look towards and to understand, so then when they are away from you, they can do stuff too.
Yeah.
Versus just being confused on what the hell are we doing.
Well, that's
and
the
why.
other part too. When I start to tell everyone, like, they go, how many people do you see in a week? And I go, 70, who cares? Whatever the number is.
Right.
And they go, you do different workouts with every one of them?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah.
People that get mad, they're like, how do you come up with this stuff?
None
How
of
do
your
you-"
business
They're
is
like,
how.
I've never done the same exercise with you in years.
And that's the
And I
thing.
was like, I'm constantly keeping your brain going.
Correct.
Because that's the nervous system. If you sit there and give it the same stimuli, it's going to compensate and it'll start to cheat in that stimuli. So just like working all 3 planes of motion, your brain is constantly firing to different nerves, different tracks, different muscles, and you never lose it. Because use it or lose it's real. If you
Yeah.
don't fire the brain, it's going to shut off that pathway or just diminish that pathway. And then you start to get sloppy.
Yeah, and then as you get to know them, you start to see the imbalances and you know what they can do and they can't do. And when I insert something they can't do, they get really mad. I'm not good at this. Why did you do this to me? Well, it's not all about you being good at something.
Yes.
I need you out of your comfort zone to get the growth to happen.
I love that, though.
So you can see what you are capable of.
When I get past that phase, I'm like, remember when you hated me? I'm like, it's because we did something you didn't like, but that's what you needed. So
I'm
that's
begging
why
you,
you're
tell
angry.
me to go fuck myself.
I know.
Once
I
we
see people
say
ball
it,
up their fists. I'm like, are you gonna punch me? And they're like, oh, I didn't even notice I was doing that. I'm like, I'm sure you didn't, psycho.
100%. As soon as we're on the same
My
level,
athletes, I'm like, put that fist down.
exactly. Calm down there, ball guy.
But once they get past that hard point,
Yeah.
that resistance, I always call it,
Yep.
sky's the limit. 'Cause
That's
they'll
the
grow.
buy-in. Exactly.
And then they're yours.
Yep.
They're like, everyone always says this to me, I'd let you punch me in the face if you told me it was good for you. I was like, why does everyone always say that? Why is it the punch in the face? Like, do I come off like that's something I would tell you to do? I mean, I'll do it.
Don't hurt me.
If you told me I had to punch, or you had to punch me in the face to make my back pain feel better, I would believe you. I'm like, good to know. In case you get lippy.
For later. Just
Keep that. I love it. So I ask everyone the same questions. One of the things is, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
go into banking. Way more money,
Like a
dude.
Rockefeller?
Way more money, for sure.
I don't know though. It's just paper.
Yeah, but it pays.
Yeah, it's true.
But look.
Beyond the banking.
Obviously. You know, I kind of really think I'm where I'm supposed to be. I took an improv class many years ago just to kind of make sure I'm good on my feet with any person, because the amount of people that we see per week, it just becomes personality disorder beyond. So you have to play to everyone's strength, 100%.
Everything.
I can read people pretty well, and I know if they're gonna give me the output I'm looking for, or they're gonna just kind of dial it in. So you have to be a chameleon and let everybody kind of know where you are with them. And there are certain times, as you see, I'm getting all antsy again because I still give a shit.
Yeah.
But I kind of think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm really good at this job. I can't do a whole lot else. My wife is constantly going, I wish you would learn how to hammer a nail. And I'm like, sorry, call the carpenter guy. Like, this is not me. I can make your body better 1,000%, but I can't do home shit.
TaskRabbit
Exactly.
is the best. Gosh.
So yeah, I think I'm kind of where I should be.
But I feel like you went through all of that to go through to see what you didn't want, what you do want, and like stay in your niche.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I've done every job. I wasn't blessed with, I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna go be I didn't have any of that. So I worked so many jobs, and you start to, like, I did Hollywood behind the scenes. My uncle was a dolly grip. Push it on the camera, right? I did that for a bit. I built the track. I did all sorts of grip stuff. I was on location. Stop me if you heard this. Best of the Best Part 3, okay? They made a Part 3. So I was a grip on that.
Best of the Best.
Correct.
Nice.
Eric Roberts.
Like, nice.
Christopher Penn, Sean Penn's brother, was in it. It's a karate movie. And I worked in all the shitty little towns in Indiana and Ohio for $100 a day. Taxed, okay?
I'm from Illinois.
So I've done a whole lot of jobs I don't want to go back to, and I always gravitated back to this because I'm really good. Like, I love working out, and Sly and Arnold and all these guys, and that's my thing. And I was gonna be a bodybuilder, and then I learned how many drugs you need to take, and I'm like,
I did bodybuilding for a little bit, and they told me you have to take steroids to be competitive. I'm like, no, I'm a girl. And they're like, no.
Yeah,
like,
here's some tren, take some.
Yeah, but like, they're like, no, you're not gonna be competitive. I'm like, I don't give a shit then. I won't do it. I was like, I just wanted the sword. I picked the things based on the sword, because I'm like, I will not eat cupcakes for a sword.
Yeah.
And in NASCAR, one of our championships, we won a sword, and that week was my show, and I won 2 swords, so I won 3 total swords in 1 week. It was the best thing ever. But they said you have to take, so I did win. The one I got second place, but I still got a sword. But they were like, you have to take steroids in order to be competitive. And I'm like, but that's ridiculous.
There's nothing healthy about bodybuilding at all.
It's crazy. And then like I look at the bodybuilding type people, and they're like, TRT is the greatest, human growth hormone, and I'm like, you don't know baseline if you're deficient in things. You don't know why your testosterone's low. No one's looking at anything. They're just like, shove this synthetic thing into your body.
Correct.
It's just what we do in this world.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, don't even get me started with the Ozempic shit.
I can't. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
One of my patient's friend died.
You
and
win.
this girl that I know, she's the skinniest person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And so I found out she was on it. She was like, yeah, I was walking out. She had like scabs all down her arm and leg. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, I fell. I was like, what?
God.
She's like, while walking.
Yeah.
You fell while walking. Like, brutalized herself. Like,
Yeah.
And I didn't know she was on it, because I'm like, that's not normal. You have, like, something's going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm thinking orthostatic hypotension, maybe you're dehydrated. And I'm like, you should get yourself checked out. No, she was taking Ozempic and not eating food at all.
Yeah, it's...
What do you tell people when they're on it? Or do you have people that want to be on it?
No, I have a lot of people on it.
Because the doctors push it so hard.
Because they're doctors. They get paid for that.
That's crazy.
But I have to combat now the stomach paralysis, because if there's food stuck in you, you're not going to have a great workout because you're still trying to digest. And then the one that really slapped everyone's face was, you lose 20 pounds, but 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
And you go, whoa.
And then you look skinny fat.
What do you mean?
And your skin's
you
sagging.
lose 10 pounds of I couldn't put 10 pounds of muscle on me in a year, naturally, a year. So it's a really bad idea for most people unless
and it's not good for your heart.
you have type 2. And don't get me started on the type 2 shit.
Yeah.
You're just a lazy fuck. Type 2 was invented because of the food that we eat.
Exactly.
And the soda we're drinking and all of this stuff.
Our food pyramid. Thanks, General Mills.
Yay! And then when you learn that the sugar people funded the study that made fat bad. So everything was low fat now.
I love that you know this. No one knows this stuff.
Oh, good Lord.
I have no friends. I can't talk to this stuff or talk about this stuff to anyone. Yeah.
Yes, and if
literally,
you think,
there's one study that our entire bad cholesterol is based on.
Yep.
And it was
funded
the sugar
by the
companies
sugar people.
that
100%.
were telling us to eat friggin' bread and muffins for breakfast.
Yeah.
That are complete owners of the bread and muffins.
If you think keto cupcakes are a thing and you're gonna stay in ketosis, I can't talk to you.
Sugar-free,
just get out.
Aspartame.
Right now, leave.
It's crazy.
And when you start to see, but that's the thing, they don't know, but they should know. You're an adult.
Yeah.
You don't, I always give everyone this little tidbit and then I'll stop boring you.
No, I love this.
You walk into a supermarket, everything on the outside aisles are perishables. Everything in the middle is manipulated sugar, salt, and fat. And I don't care if it's soup or other cereals or other things, like, just stop.
Yeah.
Eat on the outside and you will have a long, healthy life.
Yeah, but then I love going into different places. Or like you're in CVS and it says get vaccinated 75 times while you're in there for 3 minutes.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer. So the biggest lawsuit in history is brought to you also by Pfizer.
Anytime
oh no, Johnson & Johnson, sorry, they're on the top 5 though. But they just like bankrupt this
criminals.
Company. Yes, criminals. But let's keep going with them.
Yeah.
So
give me some Viax.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah.
Only 50,000 people died from that.
When you go, yeah, that's not even bad. So looking at our records, when you go into a grocery store, people don't realize that organic and non-organic. Like you could be looking at one fresh like cart in the middle and it's organic, but then one to the right of it, it's not organic. So there's so many standards that you have to follow when you're considered organic. Otherwise they could pull your regulations or your certification. And so the regulations are somewhat watched. I don't know. I don't trust anybody because it's disgusting what they're putting in our foods and what's allowed in our country versus others. But at least you're freaking doing something with the organic. But people don't even know. They think that they're getting the same stuff and they're not. It's covered in garbage and processed shit that ruins our bodies.
I just saw a video. Some guy was touting about how McDonald's potatoes get sprayed with a pesticide. The farmer can't go into the field for 5 days after the spray. And then they have to take those potatoes, put them in a different shed for 6 weeks to allow the chemical to come off of it. And you're like,
what about atrazine?
Huh.
Did you hear about that? That's one of the pesticides in Roundup.
Oh,
thanks, Bill Gates.
Saving malaria one African person at a time.
I like looking at case studies and looking at what scientists are doing because if you look at the experiment, not just the abstract, you look at what they did, you can see what's going on. And this one scientist was feeding atrazine, which was just like a third of what we are introduced to on a regular basis to frogs. And so they were all male frogs, gave atrazine, just a little micro bit to them. They started developing female parts. The males were developing female parts, so they had both parts. And then they started mating with the other male frogs in the study.
Cool.
And they had babies. It's pretty astonishing, actually. It's insane. Like, that's insane.
I mean, at least.
But that's frogs. What's happening with us?
Did the frogs have their own flag? Oh, sorry. Too soon? My bad.
I've been banned so many times already. Jeez. But it's true though, like when you look at this, or why are we so confused? Maybe that's a reason. Maybe that substance interacting with our system and our brain is not conducive to health.
And then the plastics thing.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You swallow a credit card size worth of plastic.
Did you see what I did the other day? I went out and I have a blower because I'm a loser and I love my blower. You like that?
There's a joke in there somewhere.
No, oh yes, I didn't even.
Hi.
Oh, earlier you said something about putting it in the holes, and I got it, and you didn't. I was like, all the holes. So I kept seeing this like gray film.
Oh yeah, with the metal thing and the rubbing on the paper.
So I would go out and I would blow the ground, and I'd see all this black shit go everywhere. So then I'm like, okay, weird, but moving on. So then the next day I go again, or a couple hours later I started doing it, and it was there again.
Yep.
So I took a magnet and a piece of paper, and I went around and I kind of, for like 15 seconds, grabbed whatever could be grabbed, and I brought it up, and I could move the metal with the magnet.
Crazy, dude.
What's in our air that's magnetic? And
don't get started on the chemtrails and all the other things.
I love when people are like, you're a conspiracy theorist. No, I read the patents.
I've been pushed.
I read the
by
patents.
This. You're smarter than me, so good for you.
I have, like, objectively,
I just wear my tinfoil hat.
Yeah, no, I have one of those too. But definitely have one of those. That's on my phone, my freaking wallet.
Yep.
My wallet phone.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
With my Home Depot card. But there's so many things coming at us. That's why when people come to us, we should be telling them what's right or wrong. And so I love that you stay true to that, because I don't know how many people I've had in these last 2 months that were like, hey, should I take Ozempic? Should I take Ozempic? And I'm like, you don't eat, sleep, drink right, nothing.
Lord.
And like,
can you imagine?
It's crazy.
How about get your body under control first, dude?
I said walk to the stop sign and back once a day. Once a day. Give me that. And then we'll talk. We'll talk about it. I even told my one patient, I'm like, maybe if you need that as a boost, because like when someone's mind's like set on it, you're like, I'm not changing it. So I'm either losing you completely, or I'm gonna modify and kind of work with you.
Yeah.
And so I'll say, maybe you use that for 2 weeks to jumpstart you, but never think you're doing this long term, because it's not meant to be long term.
Not at all.
And it wasn't even studied long term. We wait till it hurts people, and then we're like, hey guys, reel it back.
Kinda.
No, that's
welcome
what we
to the insurance game.
Exactly. All through school, when I was younger, I was like, and so I really grew up like understanding that and knowing that you have to keep your body as healthy as possible. Otherwise, you got a lot coming at you, and your body can't take it all. So
exactly.
I appreciate you knowing all this stuff. Not a lot of people know this stuff.
But this is the part where it's like, if you want to be above the regulars, and every time someone comes to work out and they're like, it was either referral or I went out and sought them out, when they see the difference in training, they go, oh shit, I've never had anything like this. And I go, well, you shouldn't have, because you didn't aspire to get to me, because I'm sitting up here. I don't want to toot, but like, I've been doing this for 25 years. You know the work you put in, though. I'm the same way. Yeah.
We don't stroke our own egos enough to where we minimize ourselves. Just knowing that you know all that stuff about chemtrails and everything shows that you're looking at things full circle, big picture, which is going to help your clients, because you're taking the whole being into consideration, not just the 1 hour, like you were saying, you're with them a day.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
I know.
Most people are like recommending diet sodas, and I have trainers like talking about that, and they're like, it's fine. I'm like, I don't know anymore. I just don't. I'm gonna do the dog thing again.
My favorite one was like, drink the pickle juice. It will stop the cramps. And I'm like, maybe take some salt and electrolyte before this happens to get to that point.
And like learn about hydration. And if you're at that point, that means you've been hydrated for a long time.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, you're deficient in salt.
When I did the stairs, the Santa Monica stairs I was telling you earlier with Mark and his wife.
Yep.
I rode my bike there because I wanted to show her, like, I wanted to motivate her. Like, oh, I could do one set of stairs if she rode her bike here from freaking Culver City to Santa Monica.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I get there, I do the stairs, and I was like, damn, I should have brought my electrolytes. I could feel it, like, before I did the stairs. So then I ride back, and, like, right on the trail, like, by the canal, my whole quad locked out. That had never happened before.
Amazing.
Straight up, like the hardest lock, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I was just trying to get to the ground, and I was just like lowering myself. I'm like, my leg, in my cut, I had like 3, huge cuts in my leg, just from my muscle, and it would not let go. And I just sat there, and I was trying to punch it, and I'm like, this is where my life's become. And I was like, homeless people are going to tag me down here.
Right?
I'm a vulnerable duck.
Someone give me a goo packet, please. I need something.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lick my own sweat. I'm like, don't leave me here to die. Because you've had to adapt so much.
Yes,
so
dear.
I feel like your advice is going to be invaluable. So
that makes one of us.
What do you? Your dog's like, me too. One piece of, or no, what do you think, one behavior change that could lead to the biggest change in someone's life?
Good thing that's not an open-ended question.
Right? I feel like everything you talked about was adapting. You've changed so much and had to, I feel like that's so good though. The Pilates background, all of that, it's unreal.
Look, it's definitely a myriad of things, right? But sitting here now at 50, you kind of go, you have to kind of try everything and see what sticks. And if you can find 3 things that you can kind of be okay at, then you need 10,000 hours of those 3 things. And now I can come to you and go, I respect your opinion because you put the time in.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many people on the gram will follow a trainer because he has a shirt off with a 6-pack. And I go, you don't know who he is, what he's taken, what's the filter, and now with the AI stuff,
it's crazy. Good
Lord, dude.
But it's also the amount, I don't have time to work out. And so, you know what I mean? Like,
I get here at 5 to work out. That's the only time I have.
But it's
now.
like, you know, if you had more time, you would love to dedicate more time to yourself.
100%.
So if this guy's completely in shape, I'm like, what are you doing? How many hours are you putting in?
But
especially
then
if
there's
you're young.
that, right? But then on top of that, now you go, okay, he's in shape, but can he teach another person how to do that? Because we've seen the player-coach interchangeable, and it's not work.
No.
Sorry, LeBron, no one's going to listen to you when it comes to head coaching.
No.
You're not the guy. You don't have that thing.
It's a whole other skill set.
It's very rare.
It's unreal.
That you can kind of do both. And so I think now doing it this long, I kind of would figure like, I know what I'm doing for the most part. Obviously, you can't know everything. That's just stupid.
And the human
so
constantly
you have
changes.
to be a little humble. You have to eat some shit every once in a while and get off of, I know training.
Yes.
No, dude, because when we went Cal Dietz with his triphasic training, he was training Olympic athletes. I'm never going to train one of those guys. I do housewives and rich people and some celebrities here and there. That's my pocket. I know, as Gunnar used to say, I know fitness in the 90210. Party of one. That's my opinion, though.
I love it.
And he's right, because I know what I'm doing with my people. You stick me in a high school and go teach football conditioning, well, I'm going to need a couple of weeks to read, study, and figure out what's going to be the best protocol for these kids and what is their skill set. Because some guys are bigger as linemen, some guys are running backs, some guys are just wide receiver, like different body types. And you can start to go with the whole, what are the 3 different body types? I'm old, I forget now.
Mesomorphic.
That shit, okay? And you go,
fat, skinny, and
I can put
tall.
you in this classification, but at the combine this season for the NFL, I watched a guy 6'8", 420 pounds run a fucking 6 on the 40.
About that.
And you go, that's not humanly possible. It doesn't exist. And then sure as shit, life goes, watch it. And you're like, I don't know anything anymore.
Yes.
So
how did I get here?
You have to remain a little bit humble, but at the same time, if you can find a niche, I have a girl now, she's wanting to be an artist, okay? She showed me some stuff and it was really nice. Is it sellable in a gallery?
You suck, get a new hobby.
But I'm in a gym all day. I don't know art.
Yes.
What do I know? I know training.
Right.
So if you can find the place where you're accepted and your work is valid by others in that space,
yes,
you have a really good shot to make something of a career and not just a job.
Right.
And so I see a lot of people from all different walks of life. Some are great at banking, some are great at being a mom. I'm great at a trainer. I stay in my lane, and when I refer out, I refer to you for PT. I refer to Dr. Golia for nutrition. We stay in our lane because I don't want to get someone to go, you told me to eat that. The fuck I did. There is a doctor that you go see that I sent you to,
yes,
and he is in control of that part of you.
Yep.
I just do training.
It's the best.
And that's how we kind of just stayed successful, because we're not trying to broad stroke everyone.
No.
You go on the gram and you're like, that guy's a trainer, but he's telling me about nutrition. This guy is a nutritionist, but he's telling me how to ride my bike.
And most of the time, they don't have any experience. Most of the time, not always, but that's what's scary is I don't have time to do Instagram. I'm so bad at Instagram. So I'm like, how do you have the time if you're actually doing in your real life?
They don't have a job.
Yes.
So all you Instagram trainers, throwing a little shade at y'all, But I'm in the gym for 10 hours a day training people, 10 hours in a row. If you have time to put together a 3-hour video and then edit it down to a minute, God help you, good luck to you, but that's not what I do, right? And so you just kind of go, all right, stay over there. And when you're ready, I'll be here waiting for you.
Right, and the results will speak for themselves because you last. Everyone's always like, oh, even if they don't believe me in the beginning, I'm like, I don't care. Go to that guy if you want. I don't give a shit. I'm like,
the thing,
have at it. Like, in NASCAR, we had to do that where I had each guy was a different training situation. So I had the guy that carried the gas can that was 100 pounds, and then the guy that's changing all the tires. And so if anything, you get exposed to things you do want to do or don't want to do, but you figure out what you're passionate about, and then you put the hours into that. Because if you don't have hours behind what you do, you shouldn't have a platform to be
correct.
Yelling.
Just because you good looking doesn't mean shit. All right. So you start to figure out, and when you see people with different like abnormalities or issues or whatever, and you go, oh, interesting case study.
Yeah.
But you have to give a shit about wanting to help that person
specifically
from the jump.
Yes.
I can't just take you on and go, all right. That's when I was teaching classes. It was a half Pilates, half TRX class. 5 people on the treks, 5 people on the beds. And I'm running around with my Britney microphone going,
I love it.
hey guys!
Can we get BTS of this?
Dude, I'll send you a video.
I need it.
But you go, I watched a lady fall on the bed.
That's crazy.
Because I wasn't there because I had to deal with the 5 people on the treks. And you go, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
And I implored the owner to go, let me teach a basic class. I have no problem with the ego. Let me just inform them on how to do it. CrossFit, perfect example. Everyone's like, Brad, what do you think of CrossFit? I said, if you're under 30, great. But you are specific lifting for certain things that you have never done before. You're a desk jockey.
Well, and I used to travel, and all my internships and my clinical rotations for school, I would go and train the coaches. And I'd do baby little coordination exercises with them, and they're like, I can't do this.
Correct.
And I'm like, but you're squat cleaning 3,000 pounds and then telling this housewife to go snatch this much, you know?
Exactly.
And I'm like, so you're just setting yourself up. I used to do it twice a day for like 5 years. And so I saw, and then everyone would get mad if I didn't write my time down, because I was always one of the first girls done. Because when you do it right, you don't have to worry about your time, because your body's prepared the right way. I'm not just racing every time. And so people used to get angry. But I see people form like this.
Oh, good Lord.
I would never up the weight unless I could still stay ballerina. And I could lift very heavy when I train well. So it's like, what's the point? So you have to be informed. But if the coaches, I told the coaches, if you're not doing this, if you can't do this, then what are they doing?
Correct.
You know, so you're setting people up. I used to see people get surgeries then, and then
God, the so CrossFit was the best benefit to your work.
It got me through grad school.
I'm telling you, dude.
Everyone was in so much pain at all times.
Labrums.
I would work out, and then I'd have like a line out the door with people.
Hey, how'd I tear my labrum?
I
well,
know.
you don't do a clean and jerk, pal. It's not you. And then I went even further, right? I saw 2 cadavers. They took the hip bones, and one was regular and one was tilted like 10 degrees. Well, the 10-degree guy was the one that could do the 400 pounds because his arms could go this far back with 400 on top of it. You're not built for that. Trust me. This is why when all of these other countries like China and Russia, they pluck you at 4 and they instruct you second by second how to lift correctly until you're ready to do it yourself. But they see the potential from that young age.
And they focus on that. These people are going and working desk jobs 9 to 5, and then they're hopping into it. And it's not that it's bad, it's just when you aren't, I tell people all the time, you can't own static movement. And now you're dynamic with load and fatigue. You know, because I'm like, we're always racing. Why aren't we doing quality? Because I feel like everyone's got surgery on me, and I'm like, but again, you gotta take things as they come. But if you have a trainer that's open, because some coaches were like, my people need this, and they're like, please, please. But then I have some with egos that are like, no, you're not CrossFit certified. I'm like, I'll never be CrossFit certified. That's like a no. I'm sorry. I've done a lot of certifications, and with my level of expertise and all the things I've done, like I would do it just to see and be exposed to what they're about, but no, that's not something that would benefit or make me look better in what I do.
I'm CPR certified. Doesn't mean I'm gonna save your life. I could, but I don't want to.
How does it
if you're
change?
a dick.
How is it we're not breathing air anymore? Like, when did we change this? Can we even revive people anymore? I'm really not It's not looking too good for our society. So your overall thing of the piece of advice is just find your niche and own it, basically.
It's
Put
the
reps
only
in.
way you're going to get there. Look, for the first time, Gunnar and I really got involved in gun shooting. We went and sought out Pat McNamara.
We have a lot of things in common that
yes, dear.
we love.
Okay? But we sought out a Delta Force guy.
Yeah.
We flew to North Carolina to take his class.
Have a place there.
Because he is amazing and he is a government-issued assassin. We love you, Pat. But we did that. Then when I got into archery, I took a class before I bought my bow. I go out now to the range and I'm there for an hour and a half just slinging the same setup and prep. You listen to Rogan and it's so true. If I can throw 100 arrows in an hour and a half, setup is the same. Sight it, let it go, watch it, pick it up, do it again. It's the repetitive thing. It's just like lifting. It's just like Pilates. I'll even give you pickleball, okay?
Everyone loves pickleball.
Stop with the pickleball.
Everyone loves pickleball. I love how everyone gets on these things where it's like everyone's doing this, everyone's doing that. I'm like, where do you guys find these things? But it is funny to watch people play pickleball.
But yeah, just stop.
I grew up hunting since I was 7. Like, I remember my dad gave me my first shotgun and he was like, shoot it. And I'm like, how do I do it? And he just said to my brothers, like, let her do it.
Oh, God.
And I just remember I was on my knees and it blew me backwards. And I'm like, what the hell was that? But yeah, I grew up hunting and I love it. It's good to know skills. Say the power went out and everything went to shit. What do you have? Your skills. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like, if anything ever happens, I'm coming to your house. I was like, we're good.
For real though, when I tell people, because we live in earthquake and I was in town for the 94 earthquake, I was home from college. It was an 8-point something. The whole city shook and no one was ready. And so now in every car of ours, I have an earthquake bag. In the house, I have an earthquake bag. In here, I have an earthquake bag. I'm not playing anymore with you people. I got water storage and people are like, oh, you're a prepper. And I'm like, you bet your ass I am. Because without it, I'm gonna be you, and I'm not being you.
Chaos.
I need to stay on top of everything that's going on, especially in LA.
Yep.
Because now they've canceled fire insurance for people's homeowners insurance. They won't book it. They won't book it.
Interesting.
So you have to figure out, I'm gonna save me, Snore Queen.
I love it.
But the government's not coming. No one's coming to save you. And I've embraced this more and more. And if it alienates more, great. Then you weren't with me from the jump.
Right.
So I'm going to be much prepared as much as I can. And then let's see what happens.
And it's not based on fear. For me, I don't like ignorance because that makes me fearful because I don't understand.
Yeah.
When I understand and I prepare, who cares if it doesn't happen, then we're good. Mm-hmm. If it does happen, then I'm good.
Correct.
So what's the big deal? And I have skills along the way where that I'm learning to learn how to do all this stuff. So I love that. I think it's invaluable. It's
when
amazing.
all the riots were going on here in 2020, people would call me and go, yo, can I borrow a gun of yours? And I go, no, you can't actually.
It doesn't work like that.
It's illegal, but 2, I don't trust you with a gun. You've never had a gun.
No.
And then they looked at me when I was psycho crazy. You're getting into guns? Oh my God.
I know.
And you're like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
And you have no idea what kind of world we live in.
Correct.
People are like, if you need a gun, you need to think about moving somewhere else.
Well, everyone got shook when the Beverly Hills robberies were happening on the street.
On the street. People's dogs were being taken.
Okay, for sure that happened for sure. So there was a thing, it was over at one of the Italian restaurants on Cannon. Some guy was sitting in front of the patio eating.
I think I remember
He had a
this.
Richard Mille watch on. The guy came, the gun went off, it ricocheted, it hit somebody in the ankle. They tried to take the watch, the guy runs away. He runs after him, pushes a woman in the street. That woman was my client's sister, broke her arm straight from the fall. And this is in Beverly Hills, the heart, okay? When people think of LA, they think Hollywood, but they mean Beverly Hills.
Yes.
You wanna go to Hollywood, I'll show you Hollywood. You ain't ever gonna come back.
No.
But everybody thinks Bev Hills.
Yeah.
And when the robberies were happening in Bev Hills, everyone lost their shit. Because now this is the safest city, so to speak, and now look what happened in our city. And that's when everybody started finally to go, maybe we should get a home alarm system, a dog,
I had a friend who had
a gun.
had security. It was their grandma's house, and she had security, and the security was doing something, and the guys came in and they shot the person in the back. It's horrible. It's
Horrible.
crazy.
Horrible.
So just not always going with the masses. I'm very big on trying to
run away.
I never go with the masses. Anytime the masses is doing something, I'm like, let me see over here. Why are we all doing this? Just keep an open mind. I just want people to keep an open mind. I never have animosity toward anything or toward anyone doing, whatever they're passionate about.
Well, some people are assholes.
Yeah,
Don't
some
go
people
that
are
far.
assholes. Like, don't do too much. But
Correct.
I feel it's important to get out of that way of always following, because critically thinking and thinking about what you're doing and what your future could entail is very important, and not just aimlessly following people you know nothing about.
Yep.
Because sometimes people are just following something because everyone else is doing it.
I know.
And it's not even what you think
Remember
you're
the
following.
TikTok dances?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, thanks.
I can't.
Right.
I can't.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate your insight. I appreciate you for having me. It's been amazing.
Anytime.
I feel like we're going to
You
be
crush.
long lost friends forever. We have so much more in common than I realized. We're going to be
You're welcome.
besties. So thank you
Thanks.
for everything. And
For sure, man.
We'll see you next time.
Gorgeous.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know the format was a little bit different, so let us know what you think in the comments. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe and go ahead and follow us for more. If you're interested in starting a workout program, or you're a professional athlete that wants to train a little bit harder and work with someone that knows what they're doing, you can contact Brad. We'll link him in the description, or you can contact us directly in the comments and we can reach out to you. We hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.